The next operation in a circular queue is delete. So before doing the deletion, like insertion, here also we need to check three conditions. The first condition, we need to check friend is equal to -1. Okay, we need to check friend is equal to -1. So friend is equal to -1 means what is the meaning? The particular queue is empty. So it is the underflow condition. So the meaning is the queue is empty, there is nothing to delete. So then there is no element in a queue. So an underflow condition will be reported here. So first condition we are checking friend is equal to -1. And second condition, the queue is not empty and we have to check the condition friend is equal to rear. So then what is the meaning? Friend is equal to rear means what is the meaning? So in a last position there is only one element. Okay. So after deleting that particular element the queue will become empty. So what we have to do? We have to change the position of the friend and rear as the -1. Okay. If the queue is not empty and friend is equal to rear means only one value is there. So only one cell is filled there. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to delete that particular element and we have to change the position for the front and rear as the -1. And the third condition, if the queue is not empty and front is equal to max -1. Okay. Then after deleting the element, what we have to do? We have to set the front position as a 0. So it like, so the front is equal to max -1. So max is 10. So front value is 9. 9 is equal to 9. Okay. So it is in the ninth position. It's in the position. So after removing this, what we have to do? We have assigned the front position as a 0. So these are the three conditions we need to check. Okay. So this is the code for circular queue. So first we are declaring the variable VAL and we are checking the condition front is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1. So front is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1 means the meaning is the particular queue is empty. So we have to apply the underflow condition and it will return as the -1. Then next what we are doing, we are assigning VL is equal to Q of friend. Okay, VL. So for example, if the Q is like this, okay, Q is like this, and this is the friend position, and here the values are like this. So what will happen in a VAL? We are assigning the value friend value as the 4, and here we are checking the condition friend is equal to rear. Okay, so friend is equal to rear means what is the meaning? So it will be like this, friend is equal to rear. So what will happen if friend is equal to rear? Condition is true means friend and rear value is equal to -1. So that is the last element here. We are deleting this element and we are assigning the position for the friend and rear is equal to -1. Suppose this condition is also false means we will go to the else part and we have to check the condition friend is equal to max -1. So this condition we have to check friend is equal to max -1. So the meaning is in the last position, the value is available. We have to remove that and what we have to do? We have to assign the friend position as a 0. So we have to assign friend is equal to 0. Suppose this condition is also false. So what we have to do? We have to else part and we have to go to the increment. So what we are doing? We are incrementing the friend value. So this is the friend value and it will return the value. So this is removed from the queue. Okay. So this is the code and this is the algorithm. Same like a code. So first we are checking friend is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1. So we are checking with the one condition friend is equal to -1. If this condition is true means it will print the message as the underflow and it will go to the step 4 and it will stop the process. And next what we are doing in a step 2 we are assigning the value. So why we are second step we are assigning here also after checking this condition why we are assigning this statement is the queue is not empty, right? Queue is this condition is false means the meaning is the queue is not empty. So what we are doing we are assigning the friend position value to the variable VAL. Okay, after that we have to check the condition friend is equal to rear. Okay, friend is equal to rear. So if friend is equal to rear means in the last position the value max position the value is available. So we are removing that and what we are doing we are making the friend and rear value as a -1. Suppose this condition is also false, we have to check the condition friend is equal to max minus 1. So the friend position is in the maximum value, maximum position. So if this condition is true means what we are doing, we are changing the position of the friend as a 0. Okay, suppose this condition is also false, we have to increment the value of the friend and we have to return the value. So this is the code and algorithm for the circular queue, and this is the whole code. So we have declared the queue size is a maximum. Then we have assigned friend is equal to minus 1 real. So we have declared as a global variable here. So we anywhere any function we can use it. Then we are declaring the function insert delete peek and the display. And inside the main function we are using the switch case statement. So you think you know. So for we are displaying all the options whatever we are going to use. And by using the switch case we are give the option. So if you are giving the case 1, so the option is 1. So here insert function will call. So this is the definition for the insert. So what we have seen earlier. So first what we are doing, declaring the value, then we are getting the value for the num. Then we are checking the condition friend is equal to 0 and rear is equal to max minus 1, or rear is equal to friend minus 1. If this condition is true means it is overflow. If it is false, we will check the condition friend is equal to minus 1 and rear is equal to minus 1. If it is minus 1 means the particular queue is empty. So in a zeroth position, we are assigning the friend and rear and we are assigning the value. Suppose if this condition is also false, we are checking the condition rear is equal to max minus 1 and friend is not equal to 0. So that will rear is in the max. So what we will do, we will change the position of the rear and we will assign the value. Suppose this condition is also false, we will increment the value of the rear and we will assign the value here. Okay, so this is the insert. And if you are giving the delete option as a 2, so for delete we need to check three conditions, right? So we are declared the val, then we are checking the value friend is equal to minus 1 and rear is equal to minus 1. If the friend position and rear position is minus 1 means the particular queue is empty, there is nothing to delete, so it is a overflow, it will print the overflow. And next what we are doing, val is a queue of friend, we are assigning the friend position value in the variable val. Then we are checking the condition friend is equal to rear. If it is equal to rear means what we are doing, we are changing the position of the friend and rear as minus 1. And suppose this condition is false, we will go to the else part and we are checking the condition friend is equal to max minus 1. If it is max minus 1 means we will assign the position for the friend is equal to 0. Suppose this condition is also false, we will increment the friend position and we will return the value. Our next case is a 3, it is a peak. Okay, so this is the definition for the peak function. First we are checking the condition if friend is equal to minus 1 and rear is equal to minus 1. So if it is minus 1 means it will print the message as the empty and it will return the minus 1. Else it will go to the else part and it will return the friend position value. Okay, and next if you are giving the fourth option, so it will display the whatever elements available. So first we are checking condition friend is equal to minus 1 and rear is equal to minus 1. If it is minus 1 means the queue is empty, so it will print the message as the queue is empty. Then we are checking the condition friend is less than rear. Okay, because friend is less than rear, so when it will happen friend is less than rear. So for example, if the queue is like this, okay, friend is less than rear, so here friend position it is like the 7 8 9, right? So what is the friend position? It is 2, it is 5. So 2 is less than 5. This condition is true here. So what will happen, from the friend position the value will be printed here. Okay, from the friend position the value will be printed. Otherwise if this condition is false, so when this condition will be false, it will be like this. So here 5, so this is the friend, and here it is 0 1 2 3 4, and this is the 7 and 6, so this is the rear. So what is the friend position? It is 4 is less than, it is 1, so this condition is false. When this condition is false, it will go to the else part And from the front position, what it will do, it will print the values here. Okay, and if you are giving the option 5 means it will exit the loop. So this is the implementation of circular queue.